Welcome, fellow ITC GIM engineers. Look, let's just face it, the Institute of Technology of Cambodia's Industrial and Mechanical Engineering Department literally does not mess around when it comes to protocol. It's intense. But hey, don't worry, I've gone through the exact process flowchart, decoded the whole thing, and translated it into the step-by-step survival explainer. We're going to map out exactly how we survive this Scotland and finally get to graduation.
So here is our master checklist for the entire journey. We've got 5 main stages to clear. The first hurdles, the committee reviews, our parallel preparation tracks, the big defense decision, and finally, the final sign-offs. All right, let's jump right into part 1, the first hurdles. And heads up, this actually kicks off before we even wrap up our internships.
Yeah, the pressure starts super early. During weeks 3 and 4 of May, our absolute top priority is making sure our advisor submits that company evaluation link. At the exact same time, stretching all the way through early June, we've got to be actively drafting our thesis using that incredibly strict ITC template. All of this building up to the first week of June for the official thesis book evaluation.
Now, I know nobody wants to think about it, but let's just pause and address the elephant in the room. What actually happens if we fail these early evaluations? It's better to know what's at stake right off the bat. Okay, so there's a really crucial difference between the 2 early failures. If you get a no on the company evaluation, it is brutal. The process ends entirely and you literally have to repeat the internship next year. Ouch. But if you pass that company side and just happen to fail the advisor's thesis book evaluation, you simply hit pause, you correct your book, and you wait for the September defense session.
And that brings us to our ultimate safety net, the September Defense Reentry Protocol. If you hit a wall and get sent here, honestly, take a breath. Don't panic. It just means you're responsible for correcting the feedback you got, meeting a new September deadline, and re-verifying your admin docs. And the best part? Usually, you don't even need a brand new company evaluation.
Okay, assuming our advisor gives us the green light in week 1 of June, we get to level up to section 2, the committee reviews.
June is basically just one long month of committee gauntlets. Week 1, we have to email our thesis directly to all the technical committee members, and note, this excludes our advisor. Then, from weeks 2 to 3, they evaluate it and send feedback through a department link. Finally, in week 4 of June, we have to drop off a physical, hard copy to the thesis format committee.
Right smack in the middle of that June timeline, we face what we call Decision A. Basically, does the technical committee approve us? If they say no, the process pauses, and we are routed right back to that September session protocol we just talked about. But if they say yes, awesome! We correct our book based on their specific feedback and march straight into the format review. Now, Decision B with the format committee brings a kind of funny quirk to our checklist. If they find errors in your formatting, you don't actually get a format score right away. But, and here's the good news, you still get to proceed to the defense. You just have to fix the formatting later. If you're approved right out the gate, you lock in your score immediately. Either way, you keep moving forward. All right, once we survive that format checkpoint at the end of June, things get a bit crazy. Welcome to Section 3, Parallel Preparation Tracks. We have to juggle 2 separate tracks at the exact same time, all before the first week of July. Track A is all about our actual performance on stage. The checklist here is pretty straightforward but super intense. We gotta prep our presentation slides, run exhaustives, basically nonstop rehearsals with our advisor and our team, and keep tweaking those slides until our defense arguments are absolutely bulletproof. Meanwhile, over on track B, they throw some classic ITC administrative jargon our way, the conscience form. Sounds intimidating, right? It's just a crucial admin document where your internship place officially approves the contents of your thesis. This whole thing is handled via a department link that gets sent directly to your advisor. But wait, Track B also demands a massive, old-school paper drop to the department. You need to check off all of these. 1 final color-printed thesis, your yellow payment slip, 5 black and white double-sided copies, and 6 printouts of your technical review feedback. It's a lot of paper. And you are only officially cleared for defense once both Track A and Track B are completely done. Which brings us to week 2 of July. If we successfully cleared those parallel tracks, we are finally staring down the ultimate boss battle in Section 4, the defense decision. This is Decision C, and it literally dictates our fate. The department uses a true false scoring system here. A false score? That's a failure, and you're prepping for the September session. A true score means you passed. But keep in mind, if you pass with revisions required, which, let's be real, is where almost all of us will land, you go to step 5.2. Pass perfectly with 0 revisions, you skip straight ahead to step 5.4.
Okay, let's assume we passed the defense. Take a huge breath, but hey, do not start celebrating just yet. We aren't officially done until we clear the final bureaucratic hurdles in Section 5, final sign-offs and backup.
Right after the defense, we are handed some very strict instructions. First, you have to photograph the feedback notes from the defense committee. Do this because the department actually keeps the originals. Those photos literally become your strict line-by-line revision checklist. Second, you revise the entire book based on those notes. And finally, you must get an original physical color signature from your internship company on that corrected hard copy before doing anything else. Then we face the defense committee and the format committee one last time for decisions D and E. They're going to verify your checklist corrections and check for any lingering format errors. Here's the scary part. If you don't get a solid yes on fixing every single error by the final deadline in week 4 of July, your previously passed defense flips to a failure. No joke, you absolutely have to get this right. Once every committee gives you the green light, we hit the absolute final step, step 5.5, in week 4 of July. You'll upload a digital soft copy PDF to the department's portal for their archives. But even more importantly, you have to hand over one original hard copy to the department, and this copy must bear the holy trinity of original color signatures: your internship company, your advisor, and finally, the head of department. And guys, that is the whole shebang. We now hold the ultimate survival roadmap to graduation. We know the entire flow, from those early May evaluations all the way to the final July signatures, plus exactly how the backup protocols work. The path is totally laid out. So the only question left for you is, fellow engineers, how quickly are you going to clear that first checkpoint? Get out there, follow the explainer steps, and let's go get those degrees.